When we started, we had a lot of issues because many of the engineers on ground, I mean, there was no single standard operating procedure. So that was said. Then there was a training program held for all the engineers from the electricity department because the junior engineer concerned will come and see it. Then he will send it to the assistant engineer from there, E, and then the E will then sanction, and then you can connect the load. So this procedure we were trying. It's a little bad luck for us. Europe.
There are three things. One is, I don't know if you watched in the assembly, I myself have raised this issue of this solar energy because our Honorable Prime Minister has said that we want to achieve a target of 175 gigawatts of solar energy. And now I was just checking it to update myself before I could speak. And I saw that last November 21, he made a statement of 500 gigawatts now. And that time I had made a passion plea in the House by saying that if we can achieve the targets which the Honorable Prime Minister has made, we won't have this transmission and distribution losses. I also felt that we would be able to deliver energy to the people, and we would not also require the Tanmar power project which is coming, which will destroy our environment and the wildlife and all that. So that was a thing which I've done. So this is the first part I wanted to say. So I think the government can consider this because since you have targets, and I think we are falling way below the targets of this thing. I've seen the central manuals and all. We are just having 2.4% or something like that. So we are way below the target. I think we can. The second part of it, which I wanted, in this only, there is a second part. Mr. Apte has shown us that pie chart of how is the consumption going on. And I saw the large number was for the industrial sector. Just a suggestion, I don't want your answer, but just a suggestion, you could think you can put it forward to the government. You see what happens is when they draw in power, the domestic consumers suffer. And you can't say no to the industry because you see they are dependent on power for many things, either for their production or maybe for the hotels or whatever it may be. You can't keep them in darkness. I'm just thinking, a loud thought. Why don't you impose that new hotels which are coming up, new industries, you will also have solar set up. So automatically you will get energy for yourself and we will use that rest of the energy for the domestic consumers. Just a thought, I'm not wanting your answer on it. Second part of it, which I now wanted to say is,
today we thank the Lions Club of Aldona for inviting us here to generate awareness of rooftop solar installation on residential as well as commercial units. The program was organized by Lions Club of Aldona, where the Honorable MLA for Aldona also was present, and we had a resource person engaged who explained to all the people the subsidy schemes available of the Government of India and Government of Goa for installation of solar rooftop and to promote the installation in these residential areas. Explanation was given about what is the area required, what are the costs, benchmark, procedures, so clarifications. There was a question answer session and people participated well in the program. There were a lot of questions asked. What is the, how many years it takes, viability of the project, how much cost the installation takes. So all this, we got an opportunity to interact with all the people from Aldona, and I think we could explain most of the issues or the people had about installation of solar.
How important is it to install this unit?
Sir, as you must have seen during the presentation, most of our energy in the state of Goa is imported. And as a country, we have taken a target that we will become net zero by 2070. And we don't have any power generating units in the Goa except for two, as I mentioned earlier. So today, with the inputs and the efforts made by the government, we have got about 25 megawatts of solar installation, which gives power during the day in Goa. And it's an endeavor to keep on increasing this amount and touch about 150 megawatts of residential rooftop maybe in another 5 years in Goa.
The Lions Club, the Leo Club of Aldona, in conjunction with the Aldona Institute, organized a very good talk on using solar energy. It was tapping solar energy for sustainable living. And we had resource person Apte who came along with Joglekar, Sanjeev Joglekar, and from Geda, and they were very good and gave us a presentation on what is the power scenario in Goa, talking about the different types of solar panels and things which are available, also how it is on grid and off grid, the benefits for the people which are available, the subsidies which are available for the government of Goa. It's a green initiative. Our Honorable Prime Minister has spoken about at COP. He has spoken about 175 gigawatts generation of solar energy. Last November, he has spoken of 500 gigawatts commitment for COP 26. So I think with this we can move forward to having a good energy. I had also raised this issue in the assembly, and I had said that if we can have solar energy generated at our doorstep, at our houses, I think we can avoid this Tanmar power project, destruction of environment, losses on transmission and distribution. And I think this is a very good step which has been taken, and I think it should be promoted, and people should be educated on the need and necessity of using solar energy as a substitute for this not good energy.
This evening we had this talk on tapping solar energy for sustainable living. It was a program organized by the Lions Club of Aldona along with Leos of Aldona and the Aldona Institute. The whole objective of this program was to create awareness amongst the people and the villagers of Aldona in particular about how we can contribute towards helping the nature and how we can reduce our electricity consumption and dependence on the electricity supplied by the government. The speaker, Mr. Abhinav Apte from Geda, was able to provide all the details that were required for any common man to know and to decide whether to go in for solar energy. That is three types of solar energy, that is on-grid, off-grid and the hybrid system. He was also kind enough to explain the different schemes that are available and also the different subsidies that both the center and the state provides. So overall this program was very informative, and I'm sure it will help those participants who are present to decide in what to do and how to contribute towards the nature. I also would like to thank our beloved MLA Carlos Alvarez for spending all the time right from the beginning till the end. He was there. He was also able to give his valuable inputs to us, and he really spent a lot of his time with us, and that was very encouraging to all those who were present. Thank you.
It is the cost to the electricity department.
Where the approved vendor list is available on your GEDA website?
Yeah, it is. It is on. Even if it is, there's some issue with the website, but the Goa portal which is there, Goa government portal, you'll find the list. And if you can share email, sir, with I will share the whole list with Mr. Singh, and he can share with everybody. There's no problem.
Actually,